It is a warm and pretty picturesque late summer afternoon at Paul Brown Stadium in the great city of Cincinnati. The enthusiasm of this Cincinnati crowd in full effect a moment ago as their Bengals took the field to the delight of this sold-out crowd. And they're all set as they'll match up with the New York Giants. Two one-loss teams set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. Here's Jarvis Landry now on the return. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here come the Bengals now to take over. And they will be led out by their 6'3 quarterback.
And I'll bet right now it's just one thought in his mind.
Win the game, yeah.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. He played pretty well. I mean, he didn't turn over the ball in terms of interceptions,
no,
right?
2 touchdown passes left. And the Giant rush gets home as down he goes. DeForest Buckner with a sack, the former number 7 overall pick. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack. To try again after the sack, Bradford. Man open is Robinson. Touchdown Bengals. Allen Robinson, 82 yards. And the Bengals on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And they'll run the option to start the drive. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down. But sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw defensive end right in his face because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
Now a play fake. Lance. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So they decline it as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in this 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. A give running right is Chubb. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain.
Entering settings screen, you have 20 options. Menu narration option is set to off is selected.
that time. 5 in the secondary now for the Giants here on third. Here's Bradford. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on third down, that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. A give. This is Chubb. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
To throw, Bradford. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And the Bengals are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Nick Chubb, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bengals have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. So after the disappointment in the opening week loss, Charles, this looks like really a completely different football team.
They sure do, and I think they realize we can't start 0-2. And they're determined to not let it happen by the looks of things here in the early going.
Extra point up and through, and it's now 14-0. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. And Lance going to throw. This one swung out here to Jones. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. In a word, I would say productive, finding the end zone 3 different times.
Is it possible that you're really underselling it? 3 touchdowns, just going to call him productive?
Right. I mean, what do you want?
This guy had a nose for the end zone.
He was good.
Had a snootful, didn't he? How about that? Big-time game.
Rolling to his right. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a first down.
And they fake the handoff. Now the Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Rashawn Gary picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Check 50, check 50. Green Jack. Mike 49. Mike.
Another try after the first down sack. Lance drops it to Jones in the flat. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to make it 3rd down and 10. To throw, it's Lance. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. Well, pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Bengals drive about to get going. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here, as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. They'll try the draw now with Chubb. Gets it up around the 22 and no further. Did show some power on the run, but not a whole lot of room. On 3rd down, Bradford. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. And he'll be out right at the 35.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Chubb with a 1st down carry as he'll get about 3 out of it. Make it 2nd and 7 coming up.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. A play fake. Bradford. It's complete to Robinson. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Bradford now. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 27-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. On 1st and 10, Bradford. Again, he's got that man, Landry. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds.
Here we go.
And these two hooked up on a nice game to play before, and I always admire